In this video, I'm going to talk about CIS18A Lab 2 Part G. In this exercise, we'll be creating a Java program that's going to require the user to input his or her age, then check the input to see if that age is over 21 or under 21. And in the program to start, we would begin with our code. And I'm using Notepad text editor to create my program. So at the top, I included the block comment to explain what the program is about. And right below the comment, I had import Java.util.scanner. This is a package that's required to record user input in string, integers, double, anything outside of character we want to use Java.util.scanner. And in the later chapter, we will cover packages and how to import different packages and customize the packages. And so for our class, we have class age. So here we want to keep in mind that we will save our file name as age as well, age.java later on. Under the class, I have the main function. Inside the main function, I want to include Java.io exception. And in the last video, I talked a little bit about IO exception. Also, you can refer to the chapter in the text. Chapter 2 and 3 also discuss how IO exception is used. Then on this next line here, we have scanner SE, and we assign it new scanner system in, and this is when we use the constructor. So the keyword new here is the constructor, and also in the future chapter we'll cover constructor and objects. So we construct a scanner object called SC for the system in. So with that object, we will be able to access the content of what the user has input. Then we would prompt the user with system out.print. The reason why I don't want to use print line here is because I want to keep the input on the same line. So I would use the print method to ask the user to input their age with the string for the prompt. Then I would declare the age variable to contain integer, so the data type for the age variable is int. And as the user input, we want to take the input, which is in ASCII, and parse it and convert it into integer. So here we would have integer.parseInt, and that's part of the object SC. Next line. So after we recorded the user input and parse it as integer, we want to display what they had input as age. So here we would have a system.out print line, and we state your age is, and we bring down the value from the age variable to include in that print method. Next, we would have the if statement, and this if statement is to check to see if the user age is greater and equal to 21. So if the user input a larger number than 21, it will continue and print out this string for the next statement, because that will be true. If they input the number that's less than 21, such as 18, it would go to the else condition, and following that with the statement, you are under 21, will be displayed. So in this program, we use if-else statement to state the condition for the age verification, whether it's over or equal to 21 or under 21. And we would enclose the curly brace to finish out the program. Then we would click File, Save As. And here we want to name our file the same as our class name. select the location where we would be able to access or find our file, and click Save. Then what we will do next is to open command line. And in command line, we simply change directory to the location of our file. Then we would issue the javac command and our file, which is age.java, to compile that file. Without any error, we can then run the program using the Java command and the file name without its extension. So here we can check if our program is correct by testing it. So enter the age, and let's say that I input 14. It would show me that I am under 21, which is the else condition that we had included in our program. Now, if I run my program again, and I put in a different age that's over 21, the program had stated that I am 34 in the second test as I input 34, and it says that I am 21 or older. So our program has worked correctly. So just to recap, in our code we had included the packages Java.util.scanner, so that way we can utilize the content of this package to be able to implement for user input that's not a character, that will be string or number, or larger numbers, as in double data type. So different data type other than character, we want to use this package, Java.util.scanner. In addition, we also constructed an object, a scanner object called SC, and then for that object that's going to be utilized for system input, we prompt the user to enter their age. Then we would take that value and store it into the age variable, which is the integer data type. Then we would take the value and we would use parseInt, integer.parseInt, to convert what the user input to integer, and we would use the print line method to show what the user has input as age. Then we included the if-else statements to check to see if the age is over and equal to 21, or otherwise it would show that they are under 21.